Hello everyone, welcome back to the Final Fantasy X Yuna Only Challenge. I'm making this part of the video because this is absolutely critical for us to be able to make our final weapons. You need to talk to this guy right here on the mountain. You can see he's kind of... Oops. Sorry about that, didn't intend to get into a fight right here. But you can see he's kind of stuck on this little side section right here on the mountain here. And okay, this will get me out of this. Boom! So yeah, he's kind of just standing over here on a cliff face. Nobody really knows why, but he is. You want to talk to him. The reason being is that when you do talk to him, and his name is Wantz, by the way, that will unlock him as a merchant at the end of the game. And what he does is he sells 4-slot weapons and armor, which is going to be critical for us because we're going to want to customize 4 abilities onto a weapon and 4 abilities onto an armor. So now he also does sell some pretty amazing stuff. He's got this initiative weapon. We're going to grab that real quick because I'm just running away from things at this point in the game. You get a stone touch, which we don't need. Waka already has a stone touch. Oh, no, excuse me. You get sleep touch, silence touch, and dark touch, which can be pretty cool, but not terribly important. Now, this is the coolest one, this booster cactor, because if you haven't fully leveled Lulu and she's not doing magic damage equal to the maximum damage limit, this will pretty much put her at that point. And if you put 1 MP cost on this, it's kind of like a... it's kind of the same kind of thing as her celestial weapon, except minus the overdrive and minus the AP and minus the 1 MP cost. Now we can put 1 MP cost on that just like we did with Yuna earlier, using those 3 stars that we got earlier. So that's pretty useful. That's not. This one can be. It doubles the potency of items. And then, of course, this guy sells a few things. You might want to pick up this zombie ward. I suppose it could be helpful. So, that's not a bad thing to have. Other than that, though, I think that's about all that you want. I'll grab this SOS haste. That's not going to hurt us at all. So... and yes, this is the brother of Waka. So let me skip forward. I'm going to skip forward to the fight with Seymour, the next fight with Seymour. So, okay, everyone, part number 2 for this video. I wanted to make a few notes here. First of all, there were 2 HP spheres on Mount Gagazet that we picked up a little bit earlier. They were right next to, I believe, a level 4 key sphere. So make sure you pick those up and you can allocate those right away. I still have the HP spheres that we got from the Lord Ochu fight earlier on in the game. I'm not going to use those until after the airship for the reasons that I've mentioned in previous videos. So the other thing is that from Wantz, I forgot to mention this a few minutes ago, you want to make sure to buy holy waters. I've bought all 99 because, of course, at this point, everything is really cheap because of how much money we have. So make sure you buy those. That's going to help in this fight as well as some upcoming fights. So, again, we're going to equip the zombie ward and the evade and counter weapon that we have. So it usually makes you get in at least 1 fight between point A and point B. So what I'm going to do is skip the video forward to where we're actually fighting Seymour, and we'll go from there. Okay, here we are on the Seymour fight, and it's going to be pretty standard strategy again. So have your off characters attack themselves. You can do a talk here if you want to. It's just going to increase your magic defense. I guess we can go ahead and do that. Casting Shell, Protect, Reflect, those are not as valuable, only because he will do a dispel effect as well, so that can be a pain in the neck to deal with. But he does this Lance of Atrophy followed by a full life, so you want to be careful with that. It does, I guess, help to have a reflect status on, just to avoid the full life following that Lance of Atrophy. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. See, there you go, the Lance of Atrophy. And have Orin attack himself. Miss. Now you want to, anytime he does the Lance of Atrophy, you want to do the Holy Water regardless of whether you have Reflect status on or not. So we're going to do that, and then once he realizes what's going on, he may actually dispel that. So, and then just start casting Holies at him every chance you get. It will do max damage. He has, I believe, 80,000 health. So here comes the dispel. So I'm just going to throw that that Reflect status back up, and this fight is not terribly difficult, but he can catch you off guard if you're not careful. So just any time you take damage, go ahead and throw a potion, a high potion at yourself. Don't use the X potions if you can help it. Wow. He really wanted me there. Now you can see here I'm not in zombie status, but that's because I have that zombie ward equipped. So let's go ahead and throw some high potions just to get myself back up to an acceptable level. And hopefully, yep, he'll use a full life, as is his pattern. That's going to reflect back onto him, so no big deal there. Another Lance of Atrophy. So, whoops, that was my mistake there. So we're going to Holy Water here. Okay, that removed the zombie status. Now he is going to reflect that back onto himself, so just going to keep using high potions for the moment. Here comes the Dispel. And for me, I'm going to go ahead and try to get my health back up because he might use that cross cleave again, which is going to be real dangerous. So there it is. It sure would help if we had a haste status, but the only way that we could get that would be if we went around and learned Riku's use ability, and then we had a chocobo feather from that we would steal from the Thunder Plains. So first of all, no, we are not in zombie status. So I don't really want to waste an X potion, but I'm going to go ahead and do that here because he's hitting a little harder than I like. So, and full life does nothing because we don't have zombie status. So holy. Also, if you do not cast Reflect, you can use Kiraga on yourself, so that's also an option. But here comes a Protect for him. That's not going to matter because, of course, we are not using physical attacks except for that evade and counter. Let's again make sure. Nope, no zombie status. So he didn't quite hit us for 1,000, so we'll just use a high potion. And then full life is a waste of turn. We will use Holy. So you can see the strategy here is not very complicated at all. It's rather straightforward actually, so it just takes a little bit of while because we don't have any break damage limits. So his Dispel does nothing because of course we don't have anything worth dispelling. So Holy, pew pew pew. Now he's going to use Reflect on himself and then start using flares on himself. So just like this. Flare! Boom. It does some damage, but it's not terribly. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Protect on myself here just because that Ready to Annihilate, that can actually do a decent amount of damage if you're not ready for it. So, and then I'm going to Protect because of this ability. So, and this one can really get you if you're not ready for it, so just be aware of that. And since we don't have Reflect status, we will use a Kuraga on ourselves. Kuraga, however you feel like saying it. He'll use Flare again. Let's get rid of that, that's getting annoying. And might I just say, having a 1 MP cost weapon is amazing and fantastic. And he's getting ready to do it again. So, I wonder if Shell will reduce the damage we take from that. He's putting Reflect status back up, so let's dispel that. And then the next time he uses Flare, it will be on himself, so. Yeah, I didn't defend this time, but if it's physical damage, it will be reduced here, so yeah. Apparently you want to use Shell, not Protect, to avoid taking much damage from this. So, and if he ever dispels it from you, you can just put it straight back up, so. We'll use a Kuraga. There, he's going to damage himself. It's not a whole lot of damage, but, you know, every little bit helps, I suppose. And now, since he's not reflected, we will Holy him. If he is in Reflect status and you use Holy, you will kill yourself, so just be aware of that. And he's getting ready to do it again, but even not protecting, we're still in a good place to be able to take that, so just keep doing this and finish him off in this manner. I don't think he uses that Lance of Atrophy with the full life from this point on, so. Anyway, this is the last thing that, the last fight that we're going to do for this video, and then I am going to do a little bit more preparation stuff for the next video, so just be aware of that we will be doing that, and I'll finish this off and get back to you guys later.